Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was just another bright Tuesday morning on the live set in Manhattan. The cameras were prepped, the producers buzzing with caffeine and nerves, and the audience wranglers guiding excited fans to their seats. Everyone was ready for the usual sparkle, sass, and morning banter that made Live with Kelly and Mark a household ritual. But that day, Kelly Ripa was nowhere to be found. At first, the crew assumed she was running late. Traffic, maybe? Hair emergency? She was a professional. She'd been showing up for over 2 decades. But as the clock ticked toward airtime, the whispers began. Even Mark Consuelos, her husband and co-host, seemed increasingly rattled, checking his phone every minute like it owed him answers. Then came the message. A single email sent at 8:57 a.m., just 3 minutes before the show was to go live. To everyone at Live, I'm sorry. I need to step away. I can't keep pretending anymore. Please understand. Kelly. The room fell silent. There was no time to react. Producers scrambled, throwing Mark into the spotlight alone while trying to keep the show together with frantic cue cards and nervous laughter. But behind the scenes, chaos brewed. Kelly was gone, vanished, and no one had any idea why. 24 hours earlier, Kelly Ripa had been walking through Central Park, alone. No entourage, no phone, just her thoughts and a growing ache in her chest. For years, she'd held it together, the face of morning TV, America's sweet and sassy sister, wife, mother, friend. But something inside her had shifted. She'd kept the secret for months, a diagnosis, not a physical illness, but a burnout so deep and gnawing that it had begun to manifest in panic attacks, sleepless nights, and emotional numbness. She'd look into the camera and deliver jokes, conduct interviews with Hollywood A-listers, and toss to commercial with a dazzling smile, all while crumbling inside. And no one knew. Kelly had always been resilient, the girl from Jersey who worked her way up from soap operas to daytime royalty. She loved her audience, her crew, and her life. But somewhere along the way, she'd lost herself in the performance. Every day, she became a version of Kelly the world expected, rather than the woman she truly was. That morning in Central Park, she realized something. She didn't recognize herself anymore. The news of her departure spread like wildfire. Tabloids speculated wildly, scandal, divorce, secret feuds. But the truth was far quieter and far more human. 3 days later, Kelly broke her silence with a heartfelt Instagram video. No makeup, no lighting, just her in a hoodie seated on her patio. Hi friends, I'm okay. I needed to step away before I broke. I've spent so many years being everything for everyone else, I forgot to be anything for myself. I love you, but I love me too, and I need to heal. Fans were stunned and overwhelmingly supportive. Behind the scenes, ABC scrambled to adjust. Guest hosts rotated in, ratings fluctuated, and execs held closed-door meetings. But in living rooms across America, something else was happening. Viewers weren't angry. They were moved, inspired even. Here was a woman brave enough to walk away from a gilded cage, live, on her own terms. 6 months later, Kelly reappeared, not on TV, but on a podcast called Still Me. It was raw, honest, and utterly different. No teleprompters, no studio lights, just stories, her own and others, about rediscovery, mental health, and starting over. She never returned to Live, but in leaving without warning, Kelly Ripa had done something far greater. She reminded the world and herself that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop smiling and start healing.